Hello everyone, welcome to Nobody's Tribe. As always, all belief systems are welcome. This is a place of unconditional love that I share with you all, with me and my love,
Ashley,
to maybe help people understand some of the stuff that's taking place within our bodies and in our earth and with a lot of other people as well. So, Ashley has questions she's going to ask me. Some of them I remember what she was going to ask, some I don't. I'm pretty much just going to answer it based off of what I know and what I've been going through.
alright. What is an ego?
An ego. You can think of an ego as a created persona. It's a created self. It's something that always needs a sense of self based off of things or relationships or owning stuff. It's basically something that a part of you that can't exist, that doesn't want to exist without an attachment to other things or to time. So like somebody that they lose everything, they lose their whole life, like they lose all their money, their job, and they just end up being like a homeless person like overnight. What's happening is their ego is dying because they've lost all of the things that they could attach themselves to that gave meaning and purpose to their life. So the ego is always seeking to have a purpose and be somebody or be connected. If you ask somebody who they are, what they're doing, they generally will describe their ego, which is their my name is so-and-so, and this is what I've done, this is all of the wounds I have, I've been hurt, and I work here, and I do this, and I do that. It doesn't really tell, it tells you a story about their ego or their created self, but it doesn't actually tell you who they are energetically. So an ego doesn't mean that you are very, very, you think you're bigger than people. An ego could be somebody that's like heavily depressed, like they're very an ego, meaning they feel separate. It's a created self in you that believes it's separate from everything else, and it believes that it needs recognition, and it needs attention from others, and it needs things in order to have a self. An ego will even prefer to be a self that is in pain than to be nothing. So then it will create a self out of your maybe life pain. A lot more to it than that, but that's the general idea of an ego. It tries to protect you and make sure, like for example, if somebody like makes fun of your family, your ego sees your family as a part of you, so that it's trying to defend itself by defending the family member or the friend or whoever it is, or the president. If your ego is attached to a president, that this is the best president, and if anybody gets mad at that president, they're getting mad at me. So then the ego has identified all these things with itself, which is a very, very confused way to live. Because you're always trying to defend a lot of things and a lot of people, and you try to control everything. Next question.
Okay. What is an echo?
An echo. Best way I can describe an echo, it is the reverberation of all the choices you've made in your life and the energies you've given off in your life. And basically, you live in an echo. Right now we live in a dense reality. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. We live in a very fixed physical reality. And how it works is based off the energy you give off, the choices you make, if you make a choice out of fear, make a choice out of trying to protect yourself, make your choice out of seeking approval from others, you create a reality that's always going to reflect back the inadequacy you feel in yourself. It's going to be reflected into your reality as your life situation. So, for example, somebody that has very, very low self-esteem, or they don't feel good all the time, they create a reality that's generally very hectic, because the ego, as the question before, the ego is always seeking to be somebody and to seek approval, and it basically seeks pain in the process. And so the seeking of pain basically reinforces it, so that other people in your life or events in your life enact the same pain that you've always been experiencing. So you end up recreating a reality over and over again. An echo is the if you decide to change your reality, you want to change your life, you want to stop all the drama, what you do is basically you decide to make a shift in your consciousness and make different choices and to go to a different reality. Once you make the shift, in your consciousness, you can do this at any moment. You can do it right now as you're watching this. Make a shift inside you. Say, I want to change. I'm going to do something drastic to change my life. You make that shift, but when you do that, you're actually going to go into what I call the echo, and many others call it the echo as well, where it's going to be a reflection of the old life for a period of time. So even though you've changed 100%, fully changed your how you want to be, your life will basically keep on bringing up all the old lessons and the old things and like really comical situations that just bring up a lot of past pain that you don't want to deal with. You're like, no, I let all that go. I don't want to deal with it anymore. But your subconscious is gonna, want to bring it up to release it because it's still lodged in you, all the past experiences. So the echo is basically what keeps people going back. We always end up going back to the old life because the echo seems real. We think, oh my gosh, everybody's the same. I've changed. Nobody treats me better. Screw it. I'm just going to go back to the old life. The truth is, once you get past the echo and you move through it all, you feel it all the emotions, people attacking you or whatever it is, feel all the emotions and let them pass through you and know that you've changed and you're just re-experiencing the old reality. And so basically you can push to the echo and eventually you won't need those experiences anymore because you stayed conscious and you stayed true to who you are now through all of the echo. An example of an echo, let's say that there's somebody that's, addicted to drugs and they decide to quit. An echo is going to be maybe some friends offering free drugs, like we're not that long after that. Just, here you go, want some, hang out with us. And it just probably sounds really fun. The echo is on purpose because it's reality is asking you, hey, you decide you want to change, so we're going to put you in the same exact situation to see if you've actually changed. Because if you've changed, then you won't deal with the situation the same. Let's find out. So it's like a test, but it's not a mean test reality's doing. You're actually doing it. Your consciousness is actually inviting the test to see if you could go on and go to the next level, which will be a better reality.
What is a reflection, and how is everyone else a reflection of yourself?
Okay. How is everyone a reflection? What is a reflection? Okay. This one's deep. This one's deep, guys. Are you guys ready? You guys ready? You feel your DNA activating as I'm about to say this? No, I'm just kidding. It's hard to grasp. Okay. If you think about it like this, there is one being, and that being is named humanity. And humanity is very, very conflicted. It's got a left hemisphere and a right hemisphere, and there's a lot of battles going on in there. The battles itself is actually different groups of people, and the battles that we do is actually representative of this one being named humanity. So how it works is that we are tiny aspects, or we're like single individualized forms of this one being, but incarnate inside of it. So everybody in humanity is merely a reflection of you because we're all one. So how it works exactly is everybody will mirror the actual belief systems you have about yourself. So if let's say you had somebody bully you when you were a child. You weren't a victim of anything. Your subconscious believed itself to be a victim. So it was a belief system that was already present in the child before they got bullied. The bullying is actually a calling forth of another person to enact the belief systems that they have, so to actually make you experience being bullied, because you already had this low self-esteem. So the experience is supposed to help teach you to learn and break down and then overcome that lesson. So then everything ends up being a reflection of what we need to learn. If somebody calls you a bad name, or if somebody disrespects you, it means that you actually have these negative belief systems in you already, and your reality is just reflecting it back to you to say, hey, this is a belief system you have. You should probably look at it because it's controlling your life in a negative way. So if you look at everything as a reflection of you, like the echo, which is basically, that's the reflection of the old you. But because we're in a physical reality, the reflection is actually going to be like a wave. It's a momentum. It's like a giant momentum moving, and all of a sudden you change, but the momentum of the old life is still pushing through. So basically you got to work through all of that and begin to look at your whole reality as reflective. So nobody's actually attacking you because there's only you, in a sense. Your humanity, your oneness, you're one with all. So any other being is actually enacting part of your own consciousness for you. It's the best way I can explain it. I could do a lot more on that topic. I've actually written like a whole book, well, not a whole book, but I'm starting a book on all of this because it's a lot. You guys can actually find my book if you guys message me. It's A Conceptual Life, Internally Building Your Outer Reality. Yes, that book. I started writing it. You guys can message me about that, or maybe I'll put it below.
What is manifestation and how does it work?
What is manifestation and how does manifestation work? A lot of people say that, hey, I want to start manifesting. I want to manifest my reality. Let me tell you something. You are already an expert manifester. Everybody is. You're like, what are you talking about? I don't have anything that I want. You are right now, everything you see around you, your whole life, your family, everything is a manifestation of you. You've manifested everything in your life. And you're like, well, I don't want any of this. This is terrible. The way it works is that we have belief systems that are not conscious. Deep-rooted belief systems that we're not even aware of. It's like a motherboard operating below that has all these beliefs, and it's hidden it from us. So we're cut off from the motherboard, but the motherboard's running the whole program, and we don't even know that. Most of these beliefs come from childhood, especially very, very intense ones about self-preservation and protection. While we were maturing our egos as a child, we're very sensitive in seeking a sense of self, which is healthy to seek a sense of self as you grow up. And in doing that, we made up these boundaries, and we set up all of these rules to follow for ourselves because the subconscious wanted to protect the conscious from to experience any of the old pain. So what happens is most relationships we end up manifesting in our life, they're always reflective of the stuff we haven't dealt with. That's why we always end up manifesting relationships that cause intense pain, intense breakups, and they always end up reflecting the same things until we can learn that we're actually manifesting this so that we can look within ourselves and find out what we're holding on to and what we're not letting go of and how we're not loving ourselves. So by the end of it all, once you can fully love yourself unconditionally, love everybody, drop all of the fears and boundaries of being weird and protective and trying to hold on to your own, once you can let go of all of that, you begin to manifest naturally what you want, what you prefer. But as far as I don't know if you had the question about the secret, but as far as the secret, the book is actually correct in a lot of ways. I don't see the book as 100% accurate on the way that I would describe manifestation, but it's very possible to manifest things like more money, good relationships, stuff like that, but it's so much deeper than that. You can't manifest for the ego when you're still a child, when you're still unaware of your lack of love for yourself. You can't just manifest everything you want then. It's not gonna. If getting a spouse and getting a house and getting money, I don't think that would really help your life. It would just strengthen the ego. So your higher self isn't going to help you manifest. You're not going to actually manifest something that would be taken away from your own personal growth. It has to be something that you truly want when you're in a pure state, an unconditionally loving state. So if you want to start manifesting, heal yourself through awareness, heal all of your relationships. Manifest healing. Manifest healing in good relationships with everybody around you. And stop doing things that puts you into a low state. All of those things that you're like, I shouldn't be doing this, but I do it anyways. I feel guilty about it. If you're creating guilt for yourself and stuff like that, you're going to be manifesting more and more situations that are reflective of that. So, unconditional love for yourself and for others. Also, the key way to manifest a lot, and hashtag keep life super simple, which is a website which is all about that, is helping others. If you want to manifest a lot, focus all of your conscious energy on how you could benefit the world. The prime, creator, God, is going to give you a lot more energy of source of manifesting if your vision is to help others. So, big picture, focus big, manifest a lot by focusing big and helping every single person you can see.
What are chakras?
Chakras. They're a myth. Made up. No, I was kidding. Growing up as a Christian, I thought chakras were really stupid. I was very into science, and I was a Christian. So I had like two sides of my brain working at the same time. I was very logical, but also, grew up Christian, and so my logical brain did not compute the idea of chakras at all. Like, it sounded stupid. Yeah, you have a bunch of different colors in your body. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I don't see any colors. Like, that's stupid. That's what I thought it was stupid. But when your heart chakra opens up and your third eye opens up, your crown chakra opens up, you start believing in chakras because you're... I don't know how I could not believe in chakras, but no, the chakras is basically, each chakra is actually its own consciousness. It's a color, so each one is a certain vibration of light. So the rainbow is like, that's what you are, basically, light. So when you have a, full light, it gets broken down to all these colors. Those colors represent different fields in our body. They all serve different purposes. Generally, if you have an issue in your personality, your self-esteem, all of that, that's all going to be associated with different colored chakras. I'm not an expert on what all the colors mean. I do know a vague idea, but I'm not going to give you guys a vague idea right now. I'd rather have you guys look it up yourself because I don't want to miseducate anybody. Especially.
Okay. What are
Dreams.
dreams?
A lot of the times, what dreams are is, it's a little okay. When you dream, you're really waking up. I know this is confusing. A lot of people will know what I'm talking about. When you fall asleep, you lay down in your bed, and you go to sleep, you actually wake up in a different life, a different reality. So you're never actually sleeping. It's perceived that you're sleeping because you blank out and then you come back, but in reality, you actually wake up in a different life and you're doing different things on a different reality. That reality is so far from this experience, it's so different that your physical brain will actually, it'll make up a story, a representative story of what you've experienced over there, and it will generate it symbolically. So like, it may just be like a bunch of weird occurrences in your dream that actually represent stuff symbolically that you don't even know what that means symbolically, in your mind. But that's why dreams are often so weird. It's because it's actually like a movement of a different reality, and it's your translation of your human life, of your human experience, trying to translate it into a story. And often it's symbolic. Like you see a dog chasing you, and that could be something that means something specific about your self-esteem, or it could have to do with serious. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not a dream reader yet, but but yeah, it's basically a translation. Some of them are very meaningful in your life. You can always look up the different meanings, and again, if you don't believe that the meaning of the dream is what it is there, then you're obviously your best guess. If you feel like a dream has a specific meaning, then that's good. A lot of times we have dreams of For example, like symbolically, some people have dreams of like waves hitting into the land, and like giant waves coming, and that could mean not just like a tsunami, but actually can mean like a wave of energy that's hitting the earth, or a wave of consciousness that's hitting the land. There's all different ways to translate dreams. And then also, if you really want to get into dreams, take a look around. Maybe hard to grasp, but you're actually dreaming right now. Like, no, this is real. This place is real. It's real. I can feel everything. What happens when you're in a dream? It doesn't not seem real? But what about when you wake up in the dream? Then all of a sudden you're aware that you're dreaming, but you're still in the dream. That's what you could do in life. You wake up to the fact that you're dreaming. It's like, yeah, is this experience real? Of course it's real. You're experiencing it, and experience is definitely real. But when you die in this one, in this reality, when your physical body dies, you wake up. Where you wake up to? It's dependent on you. I don't know. Where did you start out? Where did you start your dream? Who knows? Guess you'll have to find out. Let me know. I'll meet you on the other side. I don't know.
That's it.
That's it. Appreciate you guys watching. If you could, please share my videos if you want to help educate other people, or if you enjoy the vibration or the energy I give off and the way I present information. You guys, if you want to support myself and Ashley as we go on our mission to teach, help people, grow food, do lots of stuff, you guys can do that at gofundme.com/natureslight. Go to my YouTube, Nobody's Tribe, NOBODIS space tribe. Click like on all the videos and subscribe and share them if you like them. I do music and all sorts of teachings and all sorts of stuff to get us motivated for our expansion into oneness and back to full lucidity within the dream we call life. We love you.